8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Got me up the coast, boy. Wanna hear the ocean roar, crash over me. Then ride it home, dance it out in moonlight. Hold me tight and don't let go. Watch over me. We are all stardust, stardust, stardust. Left behind, left to find. Find one another, face the sun, fear no one. 'Cause we are all one, we are all one. We are all, we are all one. We are all one. We are all. Lift me up, yeah, moonchild, put me into overflow. Superstar.
Gosh, you guys act like you've been waiting forever or something. What the hell? Cotton Candy that was the wiener today. So congratulations on being the wiener. How long were you guys waiting? Was it really that long? Yeah. I have a lot going on. And I was in the middle of, so I'm in the same predicament I was in a few months ago about if you guys remember, I'm not in a predicament now, really. I have an appointment here in a few hours, an online appointment, but out of my antidepressants and haven't had them for a few days. So again, and was trying to get that situated because it makes me feel weird. And yeah. So I just booked an appointment through that Sesame app that one of you guys told me about. It worked like a charm last time. So, hey, Grace, you made the wiener, I know, without even trying. You went without yours for 3 days? Well, I won't get them today. I know that. More than likely. I'm seeing on top of that, I'm dealing with that issue with having no freaking ID. So not only do I have to deal with that, I have to find somebody to pick up my medicine. I was also just talking to Fred, and that is just so, it's pretty new still, and they're still like trying to get everything. I don't know, they just kind of play it by ear over there where he's at, I guess. And the rules seem to change from day to day. Oh shit, hold on. Hold on. Okay. So the rules are always changing over there. It seems like day to day they keep like changing things, like as far as the requirements of like what they need and stuff to purchase. Like it's like they try out these new things, like, okay, it's your responsibility to purchase the paper towels, your responsibility to purchase the cleaner. They changed things up. Okay, at first it was like, okay, everybody contributes $10 a week towards like household essentials, like cleaning products and stuff like that. Now it just is so inconsistent, and there's not a very good not very much structure. It's just, and then you got people who take advantage, like some who get everything, and then there's rules with the food. Like, I don't know, it some it's the food situation's a whole other thing too. Like, some put their names on their stuff and others don't, and the ones that don't, like the people who do put their names on their stuff, like eat the other people's stuff that don't have names first, and then they eat their stuff. Yeah. Seven more to go, Suzanne. Halfway through it. See, some of us have like real issues, and I complain about these little things, and then Suzanne, she's going through chemo, you know what I mean? So we all have our things. And and there's always somebody who's dealing with worse. Will he get money from from what I understand, no. From what I understand, no, they don't get any of the money from the house being sold. How much did it sell for? The back amount was 19,000. I mean, it's been a few days since I've been live over here, I think. Let's see. Yeah, last time I was live is on the 16th. I mean, I was live over on Empress, but oh, what's going on with Riley? Anything new with him? Riley Strand, the missing 22-year-old from Missouri or something, or Minnesota, but went missing in Nashville. Yep, always have gratitude. It's just a lot, like, trying to make sure that it's hard to keep making sure that Fred is doing what he's supposed to be doing and stuff. It's hard they make it difficult because they change things up, and you know, if things were set in stone, like Missouri, yeah. Cajun Army now searching with boats. Those places are truly a joke. It's really zero type of. I need to be watching my. There's really, it's just a money thing. And also, that's also what's concerning too. Like, you know, he has one more month, less than a month that's paid for, and then he has to start paying for it. And his check is not even enough to cover it all, you know, and that's just for the stay. On top of that, they have to, you know, he has to pay for his food, like figure out how to get to his meetings that they require for a week. They don't even give you give transportation to those. Like, it's crazy. Well, maybe that would be, if there is any money left over from that sale. I mean, that would probably help pay for his, I don't know. From our understanding, though, I don't think any money is going to the family. Yeah, this place doesn't do the transportation, doesn't even have like. So you're allowed to have a vehicle at this place? I mean, I don't know. There's really not much parking spots, but nobody has a vehicle there except one person, and he's like the house manager. Um, Pretty much, he still stays there, but he's graduated the program. This house manager guy or whoever, whatever he is, and he has a vehicle. Occasionally, he gives rides, but he has a full-time job. Did anyone see Ryan's comments on Voices a couple days ago? Crazy. No, I mean, maybe I probably did see from. I've probably seen some of them that you guys have sent me. Well, it's hardly, Carrie, I don't think that he's going to go from a place that's more relaxed to a place that's more strict, like a rehab. Like, I mean, I'd like to, if he could be transferred. Yeah, that's a, if he is able to be transferred, the hope would be it would be like closer to here so I could help more to where I'm at. So that would also be an out of state transfer. Um, because he doesn't have any type of support system down there, you know, or help, like, except those of you that are locals in that area where he's at, but still, you know. Really? About what, Stephanie? Yeah, it might. Yeah, we don't know for sure. I mean, I know that I'm going to contact his probation officer and all that. You know, I have a whole laundry list of things I have to do. Or that I'm planning on doing anyways. You know, because that's where I need. If anything's going to happen, I'm pretty much going to have to figure it out myself with you guys, you know, talking to you guys and those of you who have. It is a weird channel on YouTube. She went after me. I can't. What was it that she was going after me? Oh, she was trying to say that act like that WCIA, like it seemed like she was trying to insinuate like I knew things or something. Deep fakes? What the hell does that even mean? I guess that WCIA jam. You had kids' handprints on your butt. Is that what she was trying to say? That is so fucking weird. Ew. Why would she say that? I don't want anything said about me about kids in any type of sexual way. That's freaking creepy. What the hell is wrong with her? That WCIA girl, she's the one that also like makes pictures out of, or she'll pull up pictures and stuff and she'll find faces and stuff in it, or I don't know. I guess I see some people talking in her chat like as if she really knows what she's talking about. So yeah, if anybody's still wanting to help with essential items for Fred, like I definitely could use help if anybody is really, I mean, and I'm not talking about cash, I'm talking about like just essential type items like cleaners, paper towels. Yeah, you know, that kind of stuff. Food. Because he did go to his food stamp. So I got him signed up on food stamps, okay? So I did that and got him an appointment. He just had his appointment a couple of days ago. And he gets $17 for this month or something like crazy like that. And then once he starts having to pay for the place, which is here in a few weeks, it goes up to $117 he gets a month and food stamps. So I mean, I guess it's a little, every little bit helps, right? But still trying to get him his medical card. That's another thing I have to figure out. still in the process of figuring out. Cars levitating and saying, see, the wheels aren't touching the ground. Holy crap. They said that I was in the Illuminati because I had leopard shirt on, which they must be colorblind because they said it was black and white, and it's like a golden brown, black and white. Well, I'm really invested now. I'm super invested in Fred's recovery and everything to make sure so it's just how it is. Like, I'm not gonna just like abandon him. They make it sound like the whole state is involved. But yeah, I let Fred know. I talked. Yep, I had to furnish all that stuff, Grace. Not I, but he has to figure it out. And hey, Kathy. Yeah, don't. It's not worth watching, anyways. Like, if you guys go over and check it out, you're gonna like hate yourself for doing so. You're gonna be like, God, why did I freaking just waste 30 seconds of my life checking out what this crazy lady has to say? But go ahead if you'd like. I promise you'll regret it. More than likely, because it will just confuse you more, and you'll be like, what the hell is even, like, people like this exist? I feel like Rare Team helping Fred get through his part of life. Hey, Candace. Is Ziggy talking? No, I'm not talking about Cal Lady. She finds shapes and shadows and compares them, and oh my gosh, shapes like Jody Sue shapes. Ryan and his wife. No, I'm not talking about Ryan. I don't want anything. I don't want to talk. That guy is. I'm sorry. Like, every single time I say anything or respond to anything he says or does, like, he's the victim, and it's just so ridiculous. Then he put out something about kindness, and only kindness welcome there, and like I'm like such a horrible hateful person, as if the lies he's put out about or insinuated about Fred isn't fucking bullshit. I mean, let's see. Hold on. Okay. So, sorry, I was checking on something. Yeah, he said that he has proof of Fred being guilty, you know, so of guilty of he said guilty of something, or that's how he put it, something like that. Proof of him being guilty of something, but yet he won't say what it is. Just he gave it to TBI or some, I don't know. Well, it's not back taxes. I guess it's a mortgage. It's, if I've said back taxes, I don't think it's back taxes. I think it's payments, like, to the bank. So if that helps anybody. I have no idea, Connie. He won't show it. Brian, Andy, and Dawn, Three Stooges. Yeah, Brian and Andy are definitely two of the three. That, yeah, Rhonda, I need he needs his freaking card. I'm gonna have to walk away for 1 second here in a minute, but I'll be right back. Yeah, if anybody, like, and I'm saying to, like, if anybody has any extra, how about the people who coupon and stuff? I know that there has to be some people out there that coupon near, some of my viewers a lot of my viewers are in Tennessee. I'm sure I have a lot of viewers that coupon and stuff and have a back, like a whole stockpile of freaking, essential stuff like cleaning supplies, laundry stuff, food. Yeah, if anybody's wanting to donate any of that stuff, please let me know. And if you don't mind paying to have it shipped or to ship it. Okay, guys, give me 1 second. Okay. Sorry about that. Queenie, is the person's channel is WCIA. What kind of cats does Justin have? He probably has fancy cats. He probably has fancy pussies. Fancy pussy. Oh, I've a wise old lady. I already got him. I've already got that. Well, the food stamp thing. He's already had his appointment, but they're only going to give him $117 a month. Like, and that's after he has to start paying to stay there because the first 2 months are paid for. So right now he's only getting $17 a month in food stamps. But it should change over here in a few weeks to $117 a month or something like that, which any bit helps, whatever. Amy in Boston. I don't know why I just found that so hilarious what you just said. But you're probably right. Julie Rowe. Let's see, who's Julie Rowe? Here, let me show this door. Here we go. Bandit. No Bandit. No Bandit. You're a barker. Go hang out with your sissy. All right. She was in the Daybell group. Let me see. I can get, I mean, I can share the link, I guess. WCIA Network is her name. She tries to act all professional. WCIA Network. I'm really trying not to share her link. Yeah, if you do feed it, she will not go away. That one, I'm telling you. Like, I'm going to pay for even mentioning her right now. I promise you. I'm going to pay. I just know she takes things as a personal attack, and she doesn't think logically. So, I mean, you can't think very logically when you but yeah. I remember last time I mentioned her, she was focused on me for like a week. Oh, that one. Yeah. There is a legit channel with that name. Oh, really? Yeah, we have a lot of those ones. Where is Laura? I'm not sure, guys, exactly. I know that Fred and Laura spoke last night. But yeah, they don't really talk much right now. But it's not like Laura's not in a position to be able to help, you know what I mean, anyways, really, you know what I mean? She has her own things going on separate, you know what I mean? That she has to figure out too. So she just isn't able really to help right now. Yeah, that girl, because I just try not to. I don't know. I don't want to say the wrong thing, you know what I mean? She went after Trevor. Everyone is hidden underground. Did anybody hear the live, which I know probably not very many people because nobody really cares about those people anymore, or never really did, but anyways, did you guys hear what Jenna's trying to say about me and stuff like that now? I guess Jenna was putting out there, which I heard clips, so it's absolutely true that I gave out all this personal information on the jerks or whatever, but yet she won't show proof. Why don't they just put out what they're talking about? Like, just show the screenshots of what actually happened. Jenna is a snake, guys. That bitch, like, freaking begged me for information on these people, would not leave me alone. I'm you guys, I'm not a vindictive person. I want people just to leave me alone and move on with their own shit, you know? That's all I ever wanted, is to be left the fuck alone and to be able to mourn, Jim's death at the time. And I was not focused on getting anybody back for fucking anything. I didn't have time. But Jenna was freaking just one of those that was so she's very vindictive and was just so dead set on. And she's making it seem like I gave out like just all kinds of information and stuff, like making things into so much more instead of just showing. I mean, she's just such a fake. It's like, bitch, you're the one that was really trying to go after them. Like, I don't fucking care. Thank you, November Rain and Grace. I'm all about receipts and just put out the actual truth. That's all I ask. The actual truth. And then I heard something like the soup saying, oh, did she say anything about me? No, bitch, I didn't say that. What? I don't fucking care about you. Why don't she put out the screenshots of what she's, and then you guys will see how little I fucking care. I don't care. I never have. Never have. I wanted you guys to fucking leave me alone and stop trying to get me arrested for shit I didn't fucking do, you psychos. She won't show them receipts. Yeah, because she knows it's going to make her look bad and not me. That's why. And she knows I don't freaking have a care in the world to fucking go try to find them either. Myself. Like, I seriously have zero desire to try to hunt down that conversation. Where it's many conversations. Jenna's like begging for information. Won't it fucking leave me alone? And then J. Marie, bitch, you should fucking talk. How many times did you fucking asking me for money? And don't make me find receipts on that. J. Marie's just mad because I stopped freaking giving her money. Because the last time I loaned her money, she tried to pay me back only part of it and act like the rest was, I thought that was a gift. No, what? Like, these people. For J. Marie to act like I freaking did anything to her but try to help her is ridiculous. So that just makes me, and all this stuff coming out and stuff just shows me too more proof that it was actually Jenna who did try to put out lies about my daughter when CPS was here the most recent time. These people don't believe Jenna. They just they're going to go along with whatever suits their narrative, you know? She had purple money and said purple owed her money. Who's that, Chloe? Well, the person I'm talking about that used to ask me for money all the time was J. Marie. Which I didn't care, and I never told fucking anybody. Except a couple people knew, and that's it. I didn't fucking care. I borrowed money off people. I didn't care, but for her to turn around and then turn on me like I'm a bad, like how many times did I help? I helped her so many fucking times. What did I ever do to you, J. Marie? Are you fucking for real right now? Trying to turn me around like I'm the bad guy. God, these people are such crybabies. Act like I owe them something. Oh. Yeah, Emmylou, it's the same one. It's the same, Jenna. She's a liar, always has been a liar, always will be a liar. I guess, because she's still doing her same antics, trying to throw me under the bus. Like, For what? To save herself or to be friends with horrible people. Right, Tanya? It will all come out. Like, the truth always comes out. Like, I'm not going to sit here and stress myself about it or worry about anything. I don't, this stuff that they're rehashing and rehashing, I mean, now has been a year and a half. And they'll keep doing this forever and ever and ever and ever, as long as it can get them content. And it's just ridiculous. There's no reason to keep going back and forth on something that I've already fucking put out the absolute proof for, And if they are going to go back and forth, just, if you're going to talk about it, just put out the freaking truth, the receipts. That is true. If that's who she's hanging out with, that they do suit her. You notice how these people have naturally kind of like, people have kind of naturally fit right into their little cliques or whatever, naturally, like the type of people, like birds of a feather type deal, you know? These people naturally, like, for instance, like Cher's an example, and Cher and Andy and, and Ryan and Benny and Tiffany, they all kind of like, oh yeah, sassy, but she's not. Like, Jenna, J. Marie gave me this whole like sob story and made me really just like, she was like, you were there, you saved my life when she made me think that, like, she was like, you saved my life, your channel saved my life, and acted like I was like a godsend to her life. And then it's like, the second like I tell her no to borrow money off me, she fucking turned on me. It's like, I don't even have it like that, J. Marie. I've been in the same, I'm struggling just like anybody else. And she knew that too. And I have proof where she tried to, not pay me back all the money and try to act like it was like, I don't know. I didn't mind helping her and stuff like that at all. It's just that for her to act like I did something to her. Hold on. Fred just tried to call. I don't know. I don't think he meant to. Oh, put out the absolute proof of everything. Take 2, the soup. I don't care about you. You are so obsessed with me. It's unreal. I don't even talk to you. I haven't even really talked to you, and you've been like one of the most obsessive. Put it out. Screenshot the whole conversation. I don't give a fuck. God, you're obsessive. Every single time I mention anything, here you guys are. Well, thank you, Candalee. Thank you so much. Why don't you guys just put it out? Put out the proof of how it all actually happened, you know? The only people that I would have information on is, are you sure that I put out addresses and didn't just say somebody's name in their state? And said, and are you sure too that I said I don't want people, I'm pretty sure I said this is not to dox anybody. So you guys are fucking liars. I would never give information to try to go after somebody and try to ruin their lives. I would never, ever do that. So nice try, you fucking psychos. And I won't be fucking put out your shit and just, God, you guys have no lives. Beautiful Disaster, they're talking about how a situation, how it fucking happened was not to fucking give out information to dox them, and they fucking know it. They're making it into something it was not, to try to make it make me look bad. But the thing is, I don't fucking care enough to really even, I mean, this is going to be the only time I really even address it. I don't care. How long have they been doing this shit? A year and a half now. Like, it's not going to stop anytime soon, you know? And I've tried to respond. I've tried not to. It doesn't, either way, it doesn't help. Frosty, you walk, put out the fucking receipts or shut the fuck up. God. Who are you? You act like this bitch. Like, who the fuck are you? I don't even know you. I don't care about you. Why do you care so much about me? Same thing with the soup. I don't know you guys. So invested in my life. Me sending screenshots, it was not to dox anybody. Put out, you know it. So fucking stop. God. Good Lord. Get a fucking life. If one thing doesn't work, they on to the next thing. Like, what? You know what I mean? It's like, gosh, if one thing doesn't bring Ziggy down, they're on to the next thing. And it's like, and then it's like a constant, like, rehashing nonstop of the same stuff. Nobody gives a fuck at this point. I've already said what I put out. It was never a fucking secret. Nothing I do is ever a fucking secret. I already said how that conversation went down. Jenna kept begging me for fucking weeks for information. I keep putting it off because I don't have time to look this shit up. Okay? This information was the information I had on the few people was to look into these people who were fucking trying to get me arrested for shit I did not do. Of course I'm going to want to know who these fucking people are. It wasn't ever to go after anybody, and they fucking know it. God, they've been obsessed with me for fucking months. Years. I'm kind of want to know, yes, I'm going to, after a while, after time, over time, I'm going to maybe start looking into who the fuck is trying to ruin my life for what reasons. It's not to out anybody or to dox anybody. I never gave any information to out or dox anybody or to try to ruin somebody's life to do what you guys have been trying to do to me. Never. Did I try to contact your guys' family? No, but you guys contacted my family, you fucking lunatics. You guys are fucking obsessive. I don't follow you guys around. When have I showed up in your chat like that? To comment? 0 times. I don't comment in your chat because I don't care. I really seriously don't. I don't watch it. I don't care. I hear from people. I get clips sent to me, screenshots. But not very often because people know I don't care enough. They only send me stuff when they think I need to know. But nothing was ever put out to try to ruin somebody's life or to try to cause problems for them at all. It was more so to know who these fucking people are that have been harassing me for fucking months and months on end. And what the fuck? Who's really stalking who? You're the one showing up in my chats. You're the one contacting my family. You're the one trying to cause problems between me and Jim's family. And getting all involved with him and trying to put out our private information about, a protective order and stuff and trying to make me look bad for having to take a protective order out on somebody who was stalking me. And making it turn around like I was the bad guy. Okay. You guys are gross. And I'm just done with it. You're not going to keep, using this stuff to try to harass me. Just put it out or shut the fuck up. God. So ridiculous. God. How long ago was this shit? That we've talked about over and over and over. Why are you guys so bad trying to get me arrested for shit I didn't do? How about, because it didn't work that you tried to get me arrested for scamming an elderly person? So now you have to try to get me in trouble for something completely different? Anything you can think of? You guys, first of all, I haven't even been reselling. I haven't even been doing anything like that or selling products for a while now. Definitely not since Jim's passed. So I really don't have a business. So go ahead, ruin my business. I don't give a fuck. I know, always. Well, thank you, Autumn. I try to do good things. I really did. I didn't fucking that's why I want them to put out the screenshots, the whole thing too, how it all happened, not just pick and choose which ones we're going to put out. No, you can cover up any type of personal information. Just put it out and stop making things into something that's not. That's all I have to fucking say about that. Content farming. What was the other one? What was the comment that Lana, I think it was Lana that said the other day, sub farming or something like that, subscriber farming, or what was it? It was hilarious. I know. If you need to know something about Ziggy or Purple Eye, will ask Ziggy or Purple Eye. Certainly would not go to those old videos for information. Yeah, Autumn, when I was... I know, right, Autumn? I think that you used to come around a couple of years ago. Yep, it's still fucking happening. And they're going to go live about it, and I'm going to continue not caring and not listening. And, you know, people will still try to send it to me, and I still won't care, and I still won't listen. And they'll continue trying to paint me as this person or that person, and make it is how the cookie crumbles, is how it works here on YouTube. There's really nothing. You have to either deal with it or find something else, a different hobby, because it's just part of it. If you're I mean, it's part of it. If you have anything, if you're doing anything worth anything on social media, you're going to have to deal with this shit. That's just part of it. Like any other thing in life, positive and negatives. Yeah, I was sad about the gym stuff too. How do you think it made me feel, freaking people, them trying to paint it like I killed him, you know? Like, what the fuck? How cruel can people be? You know, how low can people go? Like, they're just showing how low people can go. They're showing it, that's for sure. And I'll continue being the bigger person and, you know, just improving my life, and they'll stay the horrible, you know, they must be very unhappy in our lives. Why, the soup, why did you tell people that I was given an envelope of money? That's another thing you went around and spread a fucking lie. Like Christy Vincent gave me an envelope of money. You fucking are a liar. You just put out whatever you want to fit your narrative. You know that's not fucking true. So why do you say shit like that? I don't even know your name, lady. So that's why I don't. Oh, she doesn't have any information. Well, I don't fucking give a fuck about you or any of them. I seriously don't. I really don't. Yeah, they were trying to say that they were putting it out that it was because that it was my fault that Jim passed away. And then try to make me feel bad because I had to, because of some stuff that happened right before he passed and stuff like that. Like, you know, and then they got his family involved, contacted his family, ruined my relationship with his fucking family. Like, people should be outraged on the shit that they did. Like, I don't even know why they're bringing more attention to themselves, because they're the ones that really went low. I've never contacted their family or tried to find information on them or tried to cause any problems for any of them. And they'll never find any type of proof of that. The worst they're going to find is these screenshot, or what Jenna's talking about, that I've never denied. I told exactly how it happened. It was never to put out any type of private information or to out anybody. I have to know who these lunatics are that I'm dealing with. I mean, they were like really seriously trying to cause major issues in my life. Contacting family, contacting law enforcement, contacting agencies showing up here. You guys don't understand. I'm not rich. I can only do, what I had to do my own when I would have time. I have to figure out things on my own, but I don't have time to sit there and plot and look into these people and try to contact their family and ruin their lives and stuff. I just don't have time for that. I don't. And nor do I get anybody else to do it either. I would never put anybody in that position to get themselves involved in that kind of stuff. I'm not a selfish person. They were glitter bomb. Yeah, they were. Swahili. Urdu. They had boots on the ground and his credit card was found next to the homeless camp. Oh no. Shoot. That could have totally been, it could have been something like that where he was attacked by it. He's a big guy though. Well, thank you, beautiful disaster. If anybody has questions or whatever, I will tell the truth. Like if if you message me questions and if you're coming from the right place, like if you're a supporter and you have questions, like if they show something that concerns you or whatever, please email me and ask questions and be like, I'm asking him to put out the whole shebang, all of it. Not just clip, pick and choose. So we're going to show the screenshot where Ziggy sent something. No, show the context. Lucky Lou's like, if you have questions, you can ask her. She yeah, many of you guys have heard this stuff over and over and over and over and over and over, times infinity. So I think people, why they try to make it their business though, Juno, is that they're trying to say, oh, well, it's our business because, Ziggy's a scammer and she's bamboozling, all these people into thinking that she's a good person or this and that, and she's really not. They're just dead set on proving I'm just this horrible person, and they're going to whatever links they can go to, and it's just insane to me. The ones that are really going hard are the ones that I didn't have fucking relationship with at all. Like, I didn't even like Eliza at all. Like, she was my least, I liked her the least of all of them. 111, I've been live for 1 hour and 11 minutes. The Soup, I didn't really freaking know her. Like, You know, she seemed okay. I met her one time at a, I don't understand how she comes up with all this stuff about me because I don't fucking know anything about her, but she sure as hell acts like she knows everything about me and shows up in chat the second she's mentioned and everything. I don't go in these people's chats. You'll never see me show up, ever. Why don't people see that and notice that? Like, how I'm never in any of these chats that these people talk shit. I'm never in there listening. I'm never, you know, how many times have you guys, one of you guys reached out to me and asked, you know, started talking to me about some stuff that they're talking about. And I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about because that's how little I care. I did love Hakuna, but she's one of them now, Autumn Renee, I guess. Yeah, she's one of them. Her and J. Marie, I don't know what fucking happened. It just shows you that they're just really, they really love that. But it makes sense because both of them were always trying to get me to go after Purple and certain people. So it makes sense that they're into all that drama. But yeah, I love Jenny Penny though. Jenny Penny tries to be fair and, you know, Hakuna, I don't know. J. Marie definitely is one of them. Yeah, but, and I never did anything wrong to her for her to ever think of me like that, like she is trying to portray. I did nothing but try to help her. But, you know, what I've noticed is if you don't treat these people like you're their BFF, they turn on you. I cannot be BFFs with, you know, everybody. I'm flattered, but the Purple thing, Purple just goes back and forth with them too much. That's the main thing. But, you know, if it works out for her and she can handle it and stuff, then I just can't handle it's too stressful for me to just keep going back and forth with anybody like that and trying to prove myself, you know, because even if you put out proof and stuff, I've noticed it doesn't stop. It does not stop. Like, I've put out so much proof, like absolute proof, like the calls, screenshots, everything, and it's still like people make shit up still and change shit around, and it's like, it's frustrating. It's just how it is. November Rain says, love you, Ziggy. I trust you completely. Aw, thank you. One Love says, we love ya. Thank you guys so much. I don't think Jenny Penny hangs out with them, really. She might be like, there's some of them, like, or some people she talks to that don't really like me or whatever, but I don't judge people for, I let people find out for themselves. Jenny Penny is a very smart woman, and she figures it out over time. She's not a vindictive person, a hateful person, or anything. So I just let people find out for themselves. And a lot of them, yeah. Well, Autumn, I gave people, I can give you that clip. I can send it to you. I did not want to. Jenny Penny's heard it. Jenny Penny's heard the whole call. Let's see, who's Liplock's heard the whole call. Jam's heard the whole call. Sheba Mom's heard the whole call. I will let people hear it, and I'll let you hear. I just don't want that part out there because it is personal info about Jim and his. That's all it is personal info about him and his family and that stuff that was going on during that time. That truly is what was cut out, you know. And at the time, it was like a lot of drama surrounding his family because they had contacted his family. You know what I mean? It's like it was horrible. I wasn't going, and I didn't want to put out anything negative about his family either. So, yeah, I just cut out the part. It was literally one clip where, you know, it wasn't like, oh, I'll take out a little piece here, a little piece here. No, it was starting point, you know, a certain starting point and ending point, just like one big clip taken out. And it was all about, but you can hear it. I don't care. I'll let anybody hear it privately. I would just ask not to put it out on YouTube. I know that there's people that would anyways, but it would just make them look like an asshole because it truly is. That's truly the reason why I kept it out, was to protect Jim and his family. I'm always thinking about other people, guys. It's never about myself, ever. I'm not a selfish person. If I do something like that, there's a really big reason. Right, Genevieve? Well, it's not considered a rehab, I guess. The reason why they have Fred in this type, or the place that he's at, instead of like, I guess, a rehab, even though they labeled it like an inpatient rehab, the way they made it seem, I thought it was going to be a rehab, but like actual inpatient. But I guess the reason why he's in the type he is because he was in trouble for dealing, not using. So he's not, you know, they're not looking at him as if he's an addict. You know what I mean? In the court size. Because he was arrested for dealing charges, not using charges. So that's why he's in a halfway house. Plus, he was in jail before that, so for several months. So he's going to be completely clean off any drugs unless anything was used in jail. So he's going to be already gone through the withdrawals and everything. And yeah, they're just not looking at him as if he's an addict. They're looking at him, you know, going by his charges. Oh no, Jackie. Oh no. You'll never lick carrots the same way again. But like I said earlier, if anybody has a stockpile of, I know a lot of people, well, I've known of, I don't know off the top of my head right this second. If I did, I would contact them and hit them up. But I've known of a lot of people who coupon and have a stockpile of certain essential items and stuff. If anybody's wanting to send stuff like that to the house that Fred's at, please let me know, because I really need help with that kind of stuff. Please. If anybody, I mean, that's not me asking for money. That's just asking for if you guys have literally like the essential items. Hey, Yorkshire. He was definitely confused. Genevieve, of he definitely was not expecting it to be like it is either, but I was expecting it to be more structured, which is, he's not going to be transferred into a more structured place right now unless they'll let him come up here. Like, it'd be much easier if I could get, if anybody has any type of connection to Knox County courts and can help get in a transfer for him to a different facility up closer here where his support system is. That would help too. Big time. What does he need? It would. No, Yorkshire. Don't be silly. I'm talking about the people who have, like, a stockpile of this stuff. You know what I mean? I know a lot of people. I'm talking about in the United States. Even takes me 1 hour and 40 minutes to the nearest meeting. I don't know what he meant by that. He sent me a message that said, it even takes me 1 hour and 40 minutes to the nearest meeting. I'm not sure what he means by that, but I do know that it's, and bus pass too. Anybody have any connections to bus pass for him? That would be freaking really helpful too. So he can get to these meetings. Like, there's one place that they go to outside the house that seems to be the go-to, like where they usually do their meetings. It's usually at this one place, the same place, which the bus, they can take a bus, but so you have to walk to the bus, the bus stop, okay, which is, I don't know how far, 5-minute walk or something, 5-10-minute walk, and then has to get on a bus, and then has to switch over to another bus. Once that gets to the station, and then switch over to another bus to go to the area where his meetings are. Yeah, it's the closest meeting, he says. It just works out. And then he's able to do some online and stuff like that, but they make him do at least half of them in person. He had to pay everything as well. Oh, really, Juno? Well, they wouldn't place him with crimes have consequences. Him coming up to a different state is not going to, that's completely away from anybody who, any connections he would have in that type of, I'm going to contact his probation officer. I know I can, it's going to be a process. I'm going to send him, it's going to be a process. I know it's not something that's going to happen overnight. I don't know, Genevieve. he would probably almost agree to come to a more stricter place if he could, if we could just bring him up here. But there's comparable places. I mean, that place is just, it's literally a nothing. As far as structure, it's like, you know, like a shelter here too for the men's and women's are way stricter, but if he has Medicaid, he doesn't have Medicaid, but he has disability. Yep, that's what it is. And yesterday, for instance, to get to his appointment, like he's had, I mean, I don't know how many, gosh, it seems like at least 3 times that he's had to go to probation since he's been at this house. And that's a whole other thing too, because so yesterday I just paid for him an Uber there and back. So that's $20, you know, $10 there, $10 back. But he has to go to his freaking probation. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what he would do if it wasn't for us. Like, seriously, I don't know what the hell he would do. He would be so screwed. I mean, seriously. He said it's about getting everything to live on your own. Yes, I have Medicaid and Medicare. He said, "Oh, okay." Yeah, they're just trying to get you. It's just all it is a place to get you kind of used to having to take care of life responsibilities. You know, it's a transition house. Like, you know, it's getting you to be prepared to. It's good for somebody who's been in, you know, prison or jail for a while, coming out on their own, you know, but a lot of these people, their whole connections and circle are their drug buddies, you know what I mean? So like, good luck on getting your drug buddies to try to help you get to NA meetings or get you cleaning supplies and stuff like that. The bus doesn't run by the probation office, he said. Well, long term, I mean, I think that the best option right now would be for him to come up here some closer to here, not Ben Hill Road. No, they don't have a fan meep. The other men, they do the same thing. So, like when I was there, for instance, like those few days that I was down there, I gave him and a few of the people rides to the meetings, like there and back, like when I could, you know. When Fred would go to a meeting, we'd make sure we see if anybody else needed a ride because they're in the same predicament. you know? And so they all plan, what they'll do is they all plan to, they'll all walk down to the bus stop together and go to certain meetings together. But see, Fred is the only one on disability, I think, is the only one. So it would be nice if he could get maybe a part-time job, which that might be happening too. And then he's gonna, yeah, it's just a lot in me. Like, I have to figure out how to get proof. He has to have proof by, I think, this Friday. What is today? Yeah, Tuesday. I think it's this Friday. He has to have proof of his Social Security or his disability to send to probation, because now he has to start paying on that, And then here in a few weeks, he's going to have to start paying the house, and his check isn't even enough to cover the house. I don't understand how the courts expect people to do this shit. That's just setting him up for failure. If it wasn't for us guys, I don't know how, he would not make it through that program. There is just no way. He said, I'm not going back to Ben Hill Road. I'll be homeless first before I go back to Ben Hill. Yeah, he doesn't want to go back there. I think flicking. But they're trying to, be on better terms, and talk. I think him and Laura talked last night and stuff, which I was happy to hear about. And, Laura's in her own, even if Laura and him were, doing well or whatever together or whatever, it still wouldn't change anything. I mean, because she is in similar circumstances in a way, except in just different. She also is not in the best situation, Definitely not in a stable situation. A social worker, that's a good idea. He won't give up. Sorry, I'm messaging my landlord real quick. He says, I refuse to give up. He won't. Like I said, Fred has the perfect attitude to be in the position he's in. Nobody else could handle this situation. And seriously, nobody would be able to handle this situation like he has. Okay, Luminous. Yeah, I thought he was too, Genevieve. That's what it said on his. That's what we thought. He thought too he was going to a rehab. That's why, I mean, when they were telling us, oh, he can have his cell phone and stuff, I was just shocked because, I was just expecting something a little bit more strict, but it is what it is, now we have to just work with what we've been given here and figure something out. I mean, he doesn't have a desire to use, like drugs. He's been off of those, hasn't used anything for over 8 months. He has a little counter thing that has counted his how many days. I think it's probably going on 9 months. Yeah, I know there's probably an app. Yeah, he says, especially during the Summer Wells case, I refused to give up on her. Here, I'll show you guys what he's saying. People think that they know Fred, or they're going. Oh yeah, here we go. Here's another screenshot he wanted you guys to see. Let me email it to myself. No, people just think that I did the same thing. I thought I painted a picture of him that is just completely not who he is at all, not even close. Here we go. No, they don't help with work or anything like that, no. But he's on disability, so he's not pressured with that, but hold on. So this is what he was saying. You like our unicorns and hearts? So it says, not going to Ben Hill Road. I'll be homeless first before I go back to Ben Hill. I refuse to give up, especially during the Summer Wells case. I refuse to give up on her. And then, here is his little app here that is, keeps track of. I've been in recovery for 8 months, 20 days, 16 hours, 34 minutes, 41 seconds. So 8, I don't know. And then it keeps track of how many meetings. So yeah. Oh, thank you so much for the Cash App. It's really appreciated. I really definitely appreciate it. Thank you so much. Seems like I'm... Oh, he has a lot of qualifications. I hope Jam was on the phone with him and I for a couple hours the other day. Um, I don't know how, Amy. But you're right. People do. Something needs to change though. Where a little bit. Yeah, the ones in the app are just outside meetings, not counting the other meetings, is what he said. So, which you guys can't even see how many it says. I think that 8 means, like this week or maybe this month, this week. 15, I don't know, but there's definitely way more that he's had to do than just that. They have house meetings and stuff that it's really basically just about, it's basically just, they do have house meetings where they talk about this stuff, but five meetings a week, he said. Yeah. Housing list for a permanent house. Well, see, the food stamps, Genevieve, like I said, I got him signed up for food stamps. He had his appointment a few days ago, the 15th, and he gets right now just $17 a month right now. Well, the grant is covering his stay. There's a grant that covers his stay for the couple months. We thought it was going to cover the whole stay, but unfortunately, it's just a couple months. The way it sounds, and that's going to end here soon. And once it does, then his food stamps can go up to $117 a month, I believe it was. But yeah, his check isn't even enough to cover his stay there. So I'll be doing what I can, to make sure it happens. It's only, because I'm not gonna, can't just, I don't know. I'm telling you, he doesn't have, his parents are, deceased. He has one sister he's kind of close to a little bit, but everybody has their lives. And the other sister, they're how that is. It's always been like that. Laura has, they were in a relationship for almost 20 years, and and she's dealing with her, stuff too, because she has court stuff going on too. And but as far as a job, yeah, that's possibly in the works. Like possibly he might do, yeah, if all this stuff we're looking into, it's just what it's so much. I'm just telling you guys that it's just me he doesn't know. Like, he had never even rode a bus before. You guys don't understand. He doesn't know how to use these apps and stuff like that. I had to teach him how to use the Cash App so he could have access to some money, like, because he didn't have any cards. Like the bus pass thing, he doesn't know how to get a bus pass online and all that, or also the Social Security stuff. So all that stuff, like, yeah, it would be nice if they did assign him some kind of even what I'm certified to do, a community health worker. Even if they could get one of those, a local community health worker or peer recovery coach assigned to him to help him get this stuff, like, that would be amazing. He said I'm a backwards ass hillbilly. Yeah. Ain't that the truth? Just kidding. Kinda. Couple weeks for him to get an EBT card. Yeah, he hasn't even got his Cash App card. They won't deliver the Cash App card because so that's a whole other thing too. And I don't even think he's got his actual physical ID yet either. He just has that paper copy. But hey, I'm in the same boat needing a freaking ID. I freaking even went into the B&B and they wanted to act like they couldn't give me an ID. I'm like, you've got to fucking be kidding me right now. This cannot be real life. Since when do they deny you a freaking state ID? So, I welcome deliver it. Oh, they said, why won't they deliver it? I guess because maybe the only thing I can think of is because it's like a transitional house and he's not considered a rent, or I don't know why exactly. It was saying it is true, neither one they can deliver to this address. Are you fucking kidding me right now? They can't even deliver your freaking ID? Oh my god. That's what you just said. So yeah, there's a whole issue with that, trying to get this stuff delivered, because this house that he's at is really, really new. People don't, like, very new. That's why it's a lot of this stuff is so, like, still not figured out. Like, I think they're just kind of going along, playing it by ear. As now, there's another house that is part of the same company or whatever they are. There's another house that's a little bit older, but this place has only been around for, I think, a few years. I was talking about to somebody a couple days ago, which I won't call them out because I don't know if they want people to know, but they're retired from Knox County courts and stuff, and she hadn't heard of this place, and there's a reason why, because it's new. It's really new. A P.O. box. No, he didn't have an ID, flicking bullocks. He didn't have an ID. He said this house has only been open 2 months. Well, it has to be longer than 2 months. What, 2 months before you got there or something? He said that everyone here is having the same problem with their cash apps and IDs and stuff like that. So I don't know what the fuck they're going to do. It's absolutely a freaking... And I can't do... What the hell can I do from all the way up here? I mean, I'm doing what I can, I guess. I guess probably just as much as anybody else can, I suppose. Everything's online these days, so... There's no really workers, guys. There's not like somebody there like 24/7 really over even the house. Like they have cameras and stuff, but like the person who is considered the house manager, he's like basically a tenant himself. Like he graduated the program and is just continuing to stay there and pay. I guess you can stay there as long as you want, as long as you continue to pay. Oh, he said I got a paper ID, but the house opened 2 weeks before I got here. So I know, it's crazy. Trust and believe. It's I've thought of a lot of this stuff that you guys, but I bring this stuff to you guys because a lot of you guys do have amazing, you guys come up with some really good ideas, seriously. No, nicely done. He was the only one there. Fred was having to help this new guy who showed up yesterday. I think it was yesterday. Was it today? Yesterday? He was like the only one there, and Fred's having to get him, like, show him where he'll stay, and just there is seriously the house manager has a regular job elsewhere, is graduated from the program. He has to do everything the same. Now you don't have to do the meetings, I guess. The meetings. But as long as you keep paying, you can just stay there forever, I guess. He said, that's right, you can stay here after you graduate, but you still have to do everything we do. Oh, okay. Yeah, you have to schedule it out, Brie. But see, I'm even that is too, like, when it comes to his probation, I don't trust that. I don't trust his Medicare rides for like probation and stuff. Like, no, he cannot miss that. It does sound, but I promise you guys, that's what's going on. It's different for me too. Like seriously, I would have thought some things a little bit different myself, but it's true. That's true. That's what's going on for real. There's nobody at the house to assist with things, or yeah, like they have house meetings a few times a week and stuff where they talk about, I guess, this stuff, but these people have to, in order for them to do these house meetings, sometimes they don't even have somebody there to do them, so they get canceled. He had one new yesterday and two today. One of them was from Hawkins County. They got a new one today. It was from Hawkins. But see, I've seen, gosh, and they're strict. They don't care. Like, what was it that they kicked this new guy out, like, just yesterday, who'd only been there for 2 weeks because he hadn't got a job yet. Like, they don't take excuses. You just have to figure it out because it's life, that's how they look at it, I guess. You have to figure it out in real life, so they expect you to figure it out here too. You know what I mean? That's the whole point. It's supposed to be transitional housing. It's supposed to get you ready for the real world where you do have to do stuff yourself. But see, like, we didn't realize that, like, when they said rehab, we thought rehab, but it's not like that's going to go backwards. No, it's not like we're going to put him in something more strict now, unless that means it being more convenient, as in, like, him being up here or something. He said, we've lost 9 since I've been here. So already 9's been kicked out for, like, usually it's failed drug screens. But, yeah, and then they have to deal with, there's people that are stealing and no, not really flicking. His family, pretty much, I mean, he has his 2 sisters, and the one obviously is, I don't want to trash or, keep dogging her and stuff, because she's scared to death because of all the stuff, the shady shit she was into and stuff. Now she's scared. Well, she shouldn't have freaking done the shit to begin with. But anyways, nobody is trying to come after you, Karen. Just chill out. Stop being sneaky and trying to cause problems, and everything will be just fine. She's so afraid now and scared of getting in trouble. The other one, he has another sister he talks to. I mean, but I don't know. She's just not in a position to, like, help much, really. And then, his parents are deceased. Yeah, I mean, he has a big family. I guess it really has a big family, but once you're, like, you guys gotta keep everything in perspective too, and remember, like, him and Laura were together for 20 years, and so it's just been his life for so long. And when you're in a relationship for a long, long time, you kind of just, like, you lose connections and stuff. You lose, like, friendships, and And plus, on top of that, being in the drug scene, like all the people surrounding you are going to be like there for drugs. You're going to lose contact with people who there really is nobody. I mean, Scott H. Oh, speaking of Scott H, he put up a map, I guess. I haven't watched it, this TP area, and that's not the right, or I don't, that's not the area. I think Fred said it's not if it's the video that Fred said he saw a video of somebody who put up the location of this supposed TP, and he said it wasn't the right area, and there's no water near it either. So there's no waterfall near it. He said he could point it out on a map. So I'll send him, if people are really serious about, I don't understand this whole TP thing, but it hasn't been there for years. It was something that, let's see, who was it? David Bays, Fred, Chad Arnold, maybe even. I think like when they were kids, built just like a little halfway point between, like when they would go out ride horses and stuff. It was like a place to stop and hang out for a while, I guess, and get rest. I don't know. But Fred was just telling me yesterday he could point it out on a map for me if people really want to know. He said it's not relevant in Summer's case, but yeah, I mean, I don't understand. Some a new one and more. Maybe now, though, since Laura and him are back on good talking terms, maybe she'll get it to him now. Well, that's why I'm coming to you guys, Genevieve. For ideas. You guys come up with, seriously, I came up with some great ideas in the past. Like, for instance, I have a doctor's appointment in less than an hour. On an app you guys told me about that I could get my antidepressants prescribed to me, and it's worked out perfectly. If Scott can help, I don't know. I don't know if Scott would be able to. He might be able to help with some type of assistance down there, or maybe get him a. That would be good too, because Fred. I don't know, since Scott, I think, does sponsorships too. Like, as a sponsor in AA. I know Fred's gonna need a sponsor probably. I'm sure that Scott could help with local resources, maybe in some way. That is a good, once he gets into going to NA even more and stuff, he'll meet people, and he's quiet, you know what I mean, too. Like, he's not. Yeah, I know, Genevieve, but I understand what you're saying. It's just, it's hard to understand like how it is out there, you know, and in Hawkins County. Now he's not in Hawkins County right this second, but when you live out there, like he hasn't. Oh wait. Like you can't even get internet out there. So he really wasn't. He hasn't really used a lot of apps and internet and stuff like that. You know. So he doesn't. This is all like new to him. He just kind of does his thing out there in Ben Hill, and you know he didn't really use the internet too much except maybe watch YouTube or. Yeah, he said he's in Knox County. Everybody knows that now. Yes, he's in Knox County. No, he's not going to go back to. Right, Purple? No, he's not going to go back to Hawkins. That's the plan, anyways. Is him not to. He really doesn't want to, and I can't imagine law enforcement wanting him to. Yeah, so we can figure out who Don's dealer is. Isn't it crazy though that they put him in Knox County? It seems so insane to me that, you know, with the Summer Wells case, and then he just so happens to be put in Knox County when all this stuff about Don Wells and his Knoxville trips, this Playboy shit, and then Fred gets put right near it all. I think it's me stressing myself out. I worry about other people more so than I do myself. Yeah. Yeah, within a mile, he says. Yep. Pretty much. Pretty much. Fred's pretty much could be within just a mile or two of the actual Playboy. That's what we're learning. So it's crazy. It's like a force outside of ourselves is like controlling. It's crazy. How the heck is he going to end up in Knox County of all places? It's probably not helping offer. Yeah. Well, I have an appointment in less than an hour for that. But then I have to figure out how to pick it up because I don't have an ID. So, you know, just it's ridiculous. Fred is Karen, but oh yeah, the cookbook. There was a cookbook and let me see here if I could show you guys this now. Let me see if I can find it in our pictures. Something that he saw when he first got there. Let me see. Fred, send me that picture again of the cookbook thing. If you have it handy, because I cannot find it. Let me look. You don't need an ID if it's not controlled? Do you not? So I can pick up my prescription, my antidepressants, no problem without an ID? They don't mail it at the place I get mine filled. They did. They used to. But Walgreens shut down and all prescriptions got transferred to Kroger, and Kroger doesn't mail them. Okay, here we go. So this was another weird sign that I can show you guys now since it's out where he is. Like, the didn't really want to put it out there where he's at, because I know how bad people try to just like ruin people's lives on here. But so this was at the place he's staying, on the counter, which is crazy because it's like Mount Carmel Church Cookbook, Rogersville, Tennessee. Just so happened to be at the house he's staying at in Knox County. That blew his mind when he saw that. He like sent that to me and I was like, what the hell? He's like, how did this get here? You know? It's like these signs that, I don't know. It's just weird. How the heck is this cookbook of all cookbooks going to be right there? And yeah, and his daughter helped make it. His daughter, her husband's a pastor, a traveling pastor, I guess is what they call it. And he, I think Mount Carmel is one of the churches he's affiliated. Well, I know it is one of the churches he's affiliated with. And yeah, his daughter helped. She helped make this cookbook, and it just so happens to be at the rehab, or not rehab, or at the place that he's at, on the counter. So it was crazy. Because he said that to his daughter, and she's like, I helped make that. So, FWB, Friends with Benefits. What is Mount Carmel Church up to? FWB, Friends with Benefits. What does FWB stand for? Of course, I'm going to pick that out of everything. Yeah, we don't know how it got there. Still don't know how it got there. Because that house, like we've said, has only been there a few weeks before he got there. That actual house, the house he's at. Oh, Free Will Baptist. Okay. My friends with benefits? What kind of stuff is this church into? So, Free Will Baptist. Yeah, you got to think. I mean, of all churches, that's gonna end up in that house of all. You know what I mean? It's a couple hours away. It's just strange. That's right there at the end, Mount Carmel. That's where a lot of the stuff was set up for Summer Wells, wasn't it? Like the news crew and stuff. Isn't that where they had everything set up? Everybody set up shop was down there. Something else that I would say to myself. Oh, I don't need ideas. It's controlled substance. Okay, well then I'll be good then. The command center. Yep, Fred said it means I'm where I'm supposed to be. I would say, yeah, I guess we can look at it like that. Yeah, probably flicking bullocks. You lucky Kroger doesn't do deliveries, and the place that I'm having it. So the past several times I've got my antidepressants, I've got it through like this time I'm getting it through an online doctor. And yeah, I don't know. I'm already out. I haven't had it for a few days, so I'm already feeling weird. Not too bad though. I'm actually not feeling that bad. It's just not the best time for me to come off of it, but eventually I do want to come off the antidepressants. It's just probably just not now. Or maybe at least like go down in milligrams on the Prozac. I shouldn't have been up. It was crazy. I'm not even joking. I go into when I first got put on antidepressants, like for the first, I can't remember what was going through. Oh, the stuff with my daughter. Yeah, that was really depressing. Trying to get her moved back with me and all that. Anyways, I got on some antidepressants, and I remember I was actually going into an actual doctor, and I remember going to her and saying, she asked how it was doing. I'm like, it's worked really good. Like, oh my gosh, I told her it worried me because it kind of like made me feel like I had a buzz, like I was high or something. I was afraid it was addictive. How do you get from that, me telling her that, to, oh, well, here, we're going to up it a little bit and you'll feel even more happy? I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, you're actually on a low dose for adults. So when, and then she upped it, and I'm like, what the heck? I was just done telling you that it made me feel high. Like, that was years ago. Few years, well, yeah, what, 5 years ago or so? She's like me, the feeling of not having the zings in the brain. Oh, God. Well, Juniper, I have an appointment online in less than an hour. He'll probably call it in like soon after, but they close, I think, at 8, so I probably won't be able to get it tonight, but at least I'll know that it's going to be there for tomorrow, you know? Yeah, they close it. It looks like 8 p.m. tonight. I don't think it's going to, I doubt I'll get it by then, but yes, it's Candace's birthday, Candace Hardwick. Happy birthday. And bonus, she's, what'd you say? Or wait, I don't know if you want me to tell you your age or tell everybody your age, but actually, it was a good surprise. She's actually a year younger than she thought she was. So bonus, right? I've heard a lot about Effexor and how so that's kind of a ditzy thing I would say, friends with benefits. That's where my mind goes when I don't know. I guess I think I'm funny or something. It really was what I was thinking, though. I've been wondering what that FWB means for a while, ever since I saw it. But thanks to you guys, see, you guys solved another mystery. It means Free Will Baptist. Now I've learned something new, and it's thanks to you guys. It was yesterday. You thought you were 52, but you're actually 51. And you look 31, so. So there's that. Told everyone you were 46. I remember one time, so one birthday I had in jail, like, I don't know, when I couldn't stay clean, that's why I would end up in jail. I got a DUI. This is like my early 20s, okay? Had a DUI and I couldn't pass the drug screen for nothing. I kept going, violating probation because couldn't stay clean. One time, like during the height of my addiction, one time I was in jail and I had beginning, I guess, staying. I thought it was partying and having fun, but really it was an addiction. But it was kind of sad. I thought it was funny at the time, but I forgot how old I was one time. Like, I remember I had a birthday in jail and I was like, am I 25 or am I 26? It was something like that. I couldn't remember how old I was. It's like I had been partying for way too long and just kind of like, I don't know. I've came off of the Prozac before. I'm on Prozac and Wellbutrin, which that's another thing too. So, which the Wellbutrin's like, I don't feel like it's as. I don't feel like it's as difficult to get off of as Prozac. But Wellbutrin was given to me because the Prozac made me feel too tired, So it's like having to medicate the side effects of another medication, You're 87 and feel 27, says Fred. Makes you feel like you're on a roller coaster. I hate the feeling of, it makes me feel jitter. It did when I first got on it, but it helped me get off Diet Coke at first. So when I first got on Wellbutrin, it made me feel so jittery that it was miserable. It helped enough that, because I was having to, I already sleep too much as is, and when I got a Prozac, it was like even worse. And I couldn't make it through a day without taking a nap, And naps are my naps are not like little ordeals. You have to mark off at least 3 hours, because it's going to take me at least 30 minutes or an hour to fall asleep. And an hour nap is not going to be do anything, please. Yep, we're kids at heart, that's for sure. It worked good for you. You could get it, Moonshine. Just go on Sesame. If you don't mind paying $40 to see a doctor, you can go on sesamecare.com and tell them you need your Wellbutrin, and they'll write you a script right up. Sleep apnea? No. I just got put on med for pre-diabetes. Oh no. Irrationally angry on it? Well, what do they call it? What did Fred say they call it? Like a poor man's crack or something? Poor man's meth, or what was it? I don't know why it's not a narcotic, but I do know they wouldn't give me that in jail, because I guess it was, I will try it. What is it? Sesame. Yeah, here. That's who I have an appointment with them. I scheduled it a couple hours ago, and it's at 6 p.m. So in about 30 minutes, you can pretty much get in there immediately. Because I've been out, I should have already had it scheduled, but I didn't have the extra money to pay for a visit, so I had to wait till I could make it happen, So, and that's now, and yeah. And that, I learned about that through you guys, these apps, I think your first visit, they'll give you $10 off too, so you might be able to do it for less than $30. Just make sure that they'll make sure that you're in the right, that you just have to make sure the doctor you're seeing is licensed to practice in the state you're actually in right now, which is no problem. The one I'm seeing is licensed in Indiana, Illinois, and Florida. Now they won't prescribe narcotics, but if you just need Yeah, you could easily get your Wellbutrin for sure. Poor man's cocaine, they give it in jail. Oh, do they? They wouldn't let me have it, I guess, because they did. Now in jail, they'll let you have let you have Suboxone and all kinds of stuff. Oh, are you doing life paths right now? Let's see if your birthday is 3/18, 1973. So 10/10, that's 2 plus. Let's see. 11 plus 2. What is your number 4? Life path number 4, Candace Hardwick. 4 plus 8 is 12. That's 3 plus. Wait, hold on. Maybe it's 5, actually. Oh, freaking no. Juniper will tell you. 3/18, 3 plus 9 is 12 plus, so 1 plus 2 is 3. And then 3 in 1973, that's 10 plus 10, that's 2. So it'd be 5, I guess, for you. Life path. Freedom, independence, and change. Life path number 5 is a symbol of freedom, independence, and change. And you tend to get along best with life path number 1s and 7s. Justin, you changed your picture too. Juniper loves pulling up that stuff. I hope she's trying to get better at it so that, I don't know, she's just trying to learn more about it. So that's kind of how you have to do it when you're learning tarot and stuff like that. You just have to do free readings and practice on people. Hey, Wendy McCone. Really? I was harassed extremely bad. They almost put me over the edge on here for no reason. That's horrible. See, people don't understand, like, they never know what others are going through. To just, like, attack somebody. Like, I have subscribers. I've learned over time, like, to be careful what I say, because a lot of people don't, like, as far as be careful what I say, I mean, as far as a lot of people really, really don't like being, I mean, they can't handle, I don't know how to explain it. people who aren't used to the social media or attacks and stuff like that, and feeling like there's thousands of people or hundreds of people like whose attention are on you, trying to ruin your life or trying to cause problems for you, it can be scary, because there is a lot of unhinged, crazy people out there that have nothing better to do with their time than to try to ruin your life. That's horrible. Juno, I'm so sorry. It's because they're unhappy with their own lives. Yeah, that's the thing. Like most old lady, I mean, I'm sure you're not old, but my audience is all like most of my audience is older than I am. I think it's like 75% of my audience is like 45 to 65. And so that, a lot of them haven't been on social media or had any type of, they aren't used to dealing with hate online and stuff like that and attacks. So it can be a lot. It's a lot for somebody who it's a lot. If you're not introduced into it gradually, it can really affect you. Mm-hmm. But yeah, and then they'll probably try to make you feel guilty and stuff like that. That's what they do. It's horrible. People who will go around and saying, these are people who I don't know who specifically has done that to you, but I just know what those type of people who will do stuff like that, what they're capable of, because I've witnessed it myself. They'll definitely call any type of agency and make up shit and try to get you arrested. They don't people do not care. That's crazy. They do that too because they try to if they can't get at the creator, they'll then go after the people in the chat. They did that shit to me. Like people who were still supportive of me during, like when Jim passed and all that circle jerk shit and stuff. The people who were still supportive of me, like people were afraid to even talk in my chat because they would be targeted. It's absolutely ridiculous and so wrong and disgusting. My child's in hell. That's freaking horrible. I know, right? I think so too, Moonshine Girl. Well, I think one of the guys that came out here told me that over 75% of their calls are fake. He said, when I said, when I asked him, I said, what percentage of your calls do you think are fake, or, people trying to get back at people or vindictive reasons and stuff. And I said, what, like over 75%? He's like, oh, way higher. So even way higher than 75%. And that is Department of Children's Services. And that's just one agency. But, you know, I don't know. Who knows? It's things need to be revamped and changed, that's for sure. But they want people to be comfortable or to be able to report any type of abuse and neglect. So they want to make it as easy as possible for people to turn it in because you know, it has to do with children, but people take advantage of it. All that stuff, when you do things like that, and when you go low like that and try to control things and what happens to others, try to make, yeah, that stuff comes back to you. That's what people don't get. I'm a firm believer in karma and what goes around comes around. So if these people think I'm wasting my time trying to cause problems for them, they're fucking way wrong. I have my own shit to focus on. I mean, especially now, I mean, what do these people think? Like, I don't have time for works for because they have to do the caseloads and the daily. And they have to be out at the house that was called within 48 hours. Wow. Starting to go after people that are serial callers. It's costing government and children's lives. And yep. Grateful circle. Oh, is it? He was trying to. What did something come back and bite him? It always does. They quit calling when I started recording. Dang, I'd like to hear some of those calls. Kind of curious who this is, who that was. He died in a crazy accident. Hey, Jenna Stevens. My alarm's going to go off here in just a few minutes. I am going to have to get off here because I have that appointment that I was telling you guys about to get my antidepressants. It's going to start here in less than 20 minutes. So I guess I better work my way off of here. If anybody is needing any readings, any tarot readings, let me know because I am needing to make some money. If you're interested, email me at youtubeziggy@outlook.com. I could do that tonight for you, probably. And here for serial calling, knowing nothing was wrong, charged her for false harassment and other things. I wonder how they were able to prove that, Justin. Thank you. It's the weekend. The police department traced the calls. They were coming from an app that keeps changing their number. Oh, wow. Thank you, second to none, or no one. It'll go fine. I'm sure. It's the same doctor I had last time that did it, so I could have paid like $10 less and got a different one doctor, but I knew he worked out perfectly last time, so I figure I just pick him again. They prove it by never seeing, knowing, or having a relation to kids. That's part of it. A 3-month. He did last time he did he did 3 months. Like he did 1 month with 3 refills. So hopefully at least he'll do that much, because there's my alarm. Do, 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 do. And who the heck is that? Oh, your Sesame appointment is happening in 15 minutes. Okay. All right, guys. It was good seeing you guys all. But I'm sure I'll well, every time I say that, it doesn't happen. But I was about to say, I'm sure I'll be live on Empress Ziggy doing readings. But either way, I can still do readings for you. If anybody's interested, just email me and we'll do it tonight. So, all right, guys, I'll talk to you later.